why did you even want to get into film? And I guess, yeah, why did you even want to get into film? And what's your origin to even meeting Damien?
Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, let's start from a very, very, very long time ago. I was about 13 years old. I wanted to be an actor. Actually went to William Morris Acting School, and also wanted to have a family. You know, I knew I wanted to have a big family. I come from a big family, and I wasn't going to make it as an actor, I don't think, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to support a family back then. So I turned my sights to other places. I ended up on Wall Street, and I worked there for about 30 years. And I had gotten sick in 2008, and I was pretty much a recluse for a couple of years. I owe a lot to my doctor, Dr. Hariso, who got me out of the doldrums, and you know, pretty much saved my life. And I decided, he talked me into what are the things you enjoyed in life before, you know, this. And I said, you know, I always wanted to be an actor. He said, why don't you do that? And I said, you know, I've gotten out of shape. I don't, you know, I'm an old man now. I said, I don't want to do acting. He said, well, why don't you do something in the film world? So I put pen to paper, and I was writing, and a friend came over, and we started writing Joe's War. And I did this film, and I said, you know, we need some blood. I said, I need some blood work. I need some effects. And my partner at the time said, I know this kid, Damien, he just did a short for us. And I said, let me meet him. And I met Damien, and he was a great kid back then. He still is to this day. And he came on the set, and he did a couple of, if I would have known what he could do, oh, I would have did so much more. I didn't know. I just said, listen, I need a little blood. He's, what do you want? Anything you want. And I told him, and we did that. And I got to talking to him on the set. I helped him pump the blood and everything. I was all excited. And you know, afterwards, he had mentioned that, or during, he had mentioned that he wanted to do this film. And he was talking about a horror film. And I said, I don't do horror films. You know, I'm not into horror films, really. I said, my horror films were black and white horror. And my son brought it up to me again, saying, Dad, you should talk to him about it. So I said, listen, if you want to do it, I'm about to raise some money for a movie that I want to do. It's an action film. I said, but maybe somebody wants to put money into a horror film. So send me what you're looking to do. So he sent it to me, and I said, that's all you want? And he said, yes. I said, well, I tell you what, I'll give you the money. I said, but I want you to teach me special effects. We'll partner up. I'll help you. I'll do everything with you. I said, and we'll make this happen. And I found out later, he thought I was full of shit. And he said, yeah, okay. And so I said, just let me know when your bank account's open. And he goes, it's open. So I sent him a check right there. And he goes, oh shit, let's do it. And I guess everything fell into place. It was just meant to be. I had a house in Staten Island. I still have it. And it was rented out, and the people moved out right before we were about to start. So I said, my wife goes, I got to rent the house. I said, don't rent it yet. I said, we're going to use that as our studio to build everything. So we used the house to build everything. And me and Damien got very close then. We've spent about 4 months together just building props and doing prosthetics and molding and everything. And that's when I really found out how cool guy he is. You know, and I like to think he made me a better person, and I hope I did the same for him. I think we work well together. I think we complement each other in different ways. And like I said, we got very close, and we did a lot. And for such a small budget, the amount of work that was done was incredible. And the fans took to it. And I found that out in Arizona. The first con I ever went to, I went there. We weren't even on Netflix yet, and people were coming in with make homemade Terrifier shirts. And I turned to him. I said, "We got to go bigger for 2." And so we did 2, and we went a little bigger. And when we were doing that, he goes, "You know, Phil," he goes, "this would cost about $1 million just in effects." And I said, "Get out of here, fucking crazy." Well, Terrifier 3 came around. Yep. I found out he wasn't lying. We put a lot of work into that.